So when you reflect on your experience as a creative leader, what are the biggest mistakes that you've made early on then? You covered a few in the book, to be fair. But...
Just have to sort of state for the record, really, when I first became a creative director or creative leader, I was genuinely clueless. I didn't have a clue what you did, what you said. I just didn't know, because nobody told you. So you just sort of, and now if you think about it, the collateral damage I must have done over the years to agencies and clients, and it doesn't really bear thinking about. I mean, one of my sort of favorite kind of memories, like awkward favorite memories, I look back and I laugh kind of thing, was one of the very first big client meetings I had when I first became a natural creative director running an agency. And it was Collett Dickinson Pierce, like way back in the day. And we had quite a really nice guy, but quite a conservative banking client. And I'd gone in there and thought, right, I've been hired because I just won the Grand Prix at Cannes. I've come from Lowe. Lowe was the best creative agency in London at the time. They've hired me because they just want me to like push the boundaries of everything and be creative, and because that's what I've been hired for. Because that's what you think, right? That's your sense of self and validation. So I'm thinking, right, I'm just going to do the most creative thing I could ever think to do in this like banking sector. And it was this new debit card for students. I can't actually remember what it was called, but we decided, with the planning team anyway, that it was all you needed as a student. Like, you're always leaving stuff everywhere. You're a bit haphazard. All you needed to remember was your card. As long as you got your card, doesn't matter. You like whatever. And we had this idea that we were sure would stand out. The students would love it. That what we were going to do is just have like normal everyday shots of students in the pub, in a club, shopping, whatever. And they were completely naked, and we'd shoot it for real. And they would have the bank card stuck in the cheeks of their bum.
Wow.
Right? It was just like being held in the cheeks of their bum. Honestly, even today, I still think that's a good idea.
But anyway. A campaign about being a tight ass?
No, it's just holding it in the cheeks of your ass,
Yeah.
Anyway, we'd shoot it, it'd be really cool, and like everyone would love it, and it'd get really talked about, and we were sure it would get, national coverage, the rest of it. And so I presented it, so we mocked it all up, then it looked amazing, and I'm presenting it like all sort of super confident, and as I'm presenting it, talking it through, I can see him sort of starting to like shake a little bit and turn red, and just get he's starting to get a bit, and I think, I'll just push on. Maybe he's like, I don't know. But so I carried on, like the 7th one, the 8th one. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And anyway, I got to the end, and I'm stood there like
mic
as
drop.
If to say, shut up. Yeah, mic drop. And he goes, he literally with both his fists on the table, he went, I hate it. I'm like, oh, which bit? And he went, all of it. Right. And it was just, we lost the client like that. And so literally it's my first presentation in my first few weeks, in my first job as a creative leader. I had no idea that actually you had to really understand what the client needed from things. It wasn't just what you wanted from things. You had to understand where are they coming from, what are their needs, and then only within that context can you do something amazing. Because all you're going to do is what you think is great. You're going to end up losing lots of clients. So that was a bit of a shocker. Also, I was convinced that you had to be a real grown-up when you became a creative director. So I started wearing a suit jacket. Suit jacket with jeans.
Mate, I did that. Yeah, I did that when I started Prohibition 15 years ago. The cool blazer.
You separated yourself. Yeah. And then after a bit, you just realise you just look like an idiot, really.